Hello, welcome to the day 9 of Innovation and Inspiration at TechFusion GCC 2023. I'm Sohail, your guide on this thrilling journey, proudly hosted by FINAP Worldwide Bahrain under our pioneering Gulf Platform Solutions. As we always say, it's not just about connecting, it's about igniting a spark of possibilities and exploring the limitless horizons of technology together with GPS. Await for a session packed with software insights designed specifically for your business. At FINAP Worldwide Bahrain, we are not just creating solutions. We are leading a change with our GPS platform. This effort goes beyond typical projects. It reflects our commitment to connecting every ambitious mind in the Gulf with cutting-edge technology. With GPS, we are pushing boundaries further into the space of software solutions. Picture us with the digital revolution, bringing you innovation that's not only easy on the pocket, but also it's cutting edge. Get ready for a level of innovation that will leave you awe-stricken. Now, let's talk about transformation. Today, our spotlight is on MULA. MULA is a field agent mobile application that will help you to digitalize the core processes carried out by field process automation. This is a user-friendly solution that will promote sustainability. MULA can be customized and tailored for any industry where field agents are employed, such as microfinance, finance and banking, insurance, real estate, healthcare, building and construction industry, logistics, and the retail industry, and many more industries that you can picture at the top of your head that would need a field agent. This app improves the efficiency and reduces operational costs. It automatically synchronizes with FINAP's core banking solution, Ekoru, or with any ERP system that has an online or offline functionality, which enables field agents to work remotely, and they can even work in remote areas with no internet connectivity. Now let's dive into the solution, and I'll show you around the platform where you can see the features that MULA has to offer. So when you log into the system, you will be greeted with a tile-like interface where you see all the solutions or the functions of the application. Before we go around that, let me show you the back end of it, and then we can move into the front end or the mobile application that the field agents will be using. So as mentioned, the back end of MULA, it can be integrated into Ekoru, which is FINAP's core banking platform, or you can integrate that into any ERP system that the company will be using to manage their field agents. So when you log into Ekoru, you have inbuilt functions of MULA within the Ekoru application. Here, when you go into loan management, when you go into loan management, in the loan distribution, in the route creation, you can create routes where you feel like these field agents would be traveling to, and you can assign field officers to those specific routes. So once you create routes and assign the field officers to those specific routes, you have the MULA application where you can register the field agent's device into this application, and you can manage the devices if they change the devices or so. So once you set up the field agents and the routes, and when you assign them the device, basically they can perform functions like loan collection. They'll be able to do cash deposits of the customers of the bank pretty much automatically, remotely, by the mobile application. So they will be working like mobile tellers. So they will be going onto the field, doing the on-field duties, and all the transactions will be posted into Ekoru under transaction management. So at the back end, there'll be an officer who will be at the head office where they will be where they will be monitoring the transactions on real time as it happens, and they will be able to decide whether to post the transaction at the end of the day if the transactions records are accurate, or they can reverse transactions if needed, and they will be able to see the errors of the transaction as well. Whereas you will be able to do the mobile tail balancing at the end of the day. So in a real life scenario, let's say we distribute loans. We are a financial company and we distribute loans to people in remote areas. So the people in remote areas, they do not have access to a bank, or they do not have easy access to the cities. So in a situation like this, the mobile field agent, or rather the field agent, would be going to where the customer is, and they will be performing money transactions at the customer's location. There they could come with two difficulties. One could be that they are not able to locate where the customer is. Secondly, they might not find mobile coverage or network for them to be connected to the internet. So to overcome the first issue, which is locating the customer, we have integrated the Google Maps API into the MULA application, where they will be able to generate the easiest route and they'll be able to travel to the customer. Secondly, to overcome the issue of not having network in remote areas, we also have integrated basically what this application does is that initially it will perform a data sync at the time when there is mobile network, and the person will be able to go to the areas of the customer and will be able to perform transactions as they do regularly when they're connected to the internet. That transaction record information will be captured into the application, and they can come back to a place where they find mobile network, and they'll be able to repost the transaction into the system. So that all the information that they performed when they did not have mobile network will be captured into the backend. So now let me show you around the application and show you how it works. So basically, in the beginning of the day, when a mobile teller or the person that is going to the field agent, they'll be able to first sync the data. So they will have to click here. They will have to sync the data. Here, as I'm the admin, I'm just going to sync all the branches that I'm appointed to. But in a real life scenario, you would be only assigned to one branch. So let's say if they're in Colombo, they would be only assigned to the Colombo branch. So when I sync, basically all the customer information that is there during that specific day will be selected. So here, when I go to the loan list, I will be able to see all the funds that I need to collect in this specific day. So now I know that I need to go to all of these people's places, and that I need to perform a loan collection through the MULA application. So it might be confusing to me to know who to visit first and what location to go first. So in order to overcome that, as mentioned, we have integrated Google Maps API, where I will be able to get the directions of the customer. So now this application can smartly tell me the shortest path. So it can tell me who I want to go first. So this is my current location, marked in red, marked in orange. And this would be my first location where I would have to go to, second location, third location, and so on. So now it's easier for me as a field agent to go to the nearest location, and while getting the shortest path, I can make sure that I do not spend time going back and forth. To get directions, I can click here and it shows me the customer. And when I click on navigate, it opens up Google Map and shows me the route to navigate. So it's simple as that. So now that I know who to go to first, so in a scenario that I go to the client's place, I would be able to perform a loan collection. So either that the client might give me the funds that they have, or they may not have money to give me back. So in a case where they do not have funds, I can perform a follow-up and then type a remark saying that I visited the customer, but the customer did not have funds. Or I can initially straightly go into cash collection here I have multiple options. Either that I'm willing to either that the customer is willing to pay me by cash, then I can record the cash transaction, or voucher where the customer has already paid to the bank and is giving me the receipt, or the customer can pay me in check. So if I were to go to the cash transaction, it shows me the customer information. I could just type the amount that I'm collecting. So for demo sake, I'm typing 1,000, typing in next. Now it shows me a brief summary of the loan. It shows me the day that the loan was originated, the name of the customer, the loan number, the amount of the loan, how much arrears that the customer has to pay, and paid amount is what the customer is paying right now, the outstanding amount of the loan, and the installment. So this could be daily or monthly installments, and that shows that the term installment is 2,550. So now that he's paying 1,000, I would just put it as 1,000 and click on save. So it'll show me if I want to proceed with 1,000, and if it's correct, if I click on yes, then the transaction will go through. Another feature that we have is we can connect this application or the mobile phone with a Bluetooth printer, where then we can give prints or receipts real time. So now if I'm connected to a Bluetooth printer, it'll ask me if I need to print, but at the moment I'm not connected. So I'm just going to click on no. But if you click on yes, you can print the receipt on a given template. So basically now a transaction has been recorded. You will be able to see under the transaction manager saying that a transaction has been taken place and the approval is pending, and the record is already synced because I'm connected to internet. So therefore it shows that the transaction has been synced. But if I need to reverse the transaction, I can do so from here. But in a real life scenario, let's say at the end of the day, the field agent goes to the field, does a transaction, comes back to the branch, and we are tallying the transaction if they're accurate. Then from the back office, they can see the transactions that were done on that specific day. So Mr. Nimal Pereira, this is the transaction. They can click here and they can click on accept, where then the transaction will be posted to the backend. So right now I'm having error with the system, but basically that is the straightforward function. You have other functions in MULA application such as loan collection, where you can click on loan. You can click whether it's cash or at the moment we do not have CAD, we do not have QR or card, but then they are easily integratable. So at the moment you have cash, voucher, or check. So let's say it's cash again. So you can click on cash. You have to type in the loan number, the amount, and you'll be able to process the loan repayment from this function. You will be able to see the loan list as I did before. They can perform cash deposits into either to their savings accounts or fixed deposit accounts. In the transaction manager, you'll get the records of the transaction. And another feature, as we promote that these field agents can work completely remotely, they will be able to perform teller cash transfers. So let's say at the end of the day, they have gone to all the clients, they have collected all the loans. Now they have to repay back to the branch. At a moment when they have to send the money back to the branch, they can go to an ATM machine or a cash deposit machine, and they'll be able to select the bank of the specific machine, the branch of it, and the account number of the main branch which he is going to send the funds to. So in that case, let's say that I'm ABC Finance and I have a field agent that is going into the field, and this field agent would not come back to the main head office, which is of ABC Finance, and that they need to send the money back of what they collected during that specific day. So then they'll be able to type in my account number and the bank reference number. So once those are typed, they can type in the amount and they will be able to deposit the funds into the ATM account. Once the funds are deposited, they can take a picture of the receipt saying that they have deposited an X number of money, and they can click on next. And basically it'll come to me saying that a teller cash transfer has been taken. So bank deposits or teller cash transfers, in the sense, if there's an area supervisor, at the end of the day, they can perform the transaction to that area supervisor. They can select the branch. So the area supervisor in that specific branch, they'll be able to type in the amount. They can take a picture if they're doing hand-to-hand cash transaction, picture of the funds, or maybe a picture of proof that they're handing over, or the receipt, and they can click on next. So likewise, if I'm opening a till being remotely, if I do get funds, so I would typically go to an ATM, withdraw the funds, and I would have to accept the teller transactions which I will be receiving from the head office, to make sure that the system keeps a record on it. So these are the functions that we have in the mobile application. So again, when we go to a place when there's no mobile network, and I need to make sure that I have done the transaction and the transaction is not recorded through internet, and that I am sending the information back to the system, then I can basically do a manual sync. When I do a manual sync, this I would need to perform when there is mobile network. So during when I have mobile network, I'll perform manual sync, and all the information that was captured during the time that I did not have network will be recaptured back to the backend. So I also have the option to take reports. So right now we have the option to take daily collections report, daily transactions report, or the underpaid or not paid reports of the loans. So the mobile teller will be able to see these reports from here. So once the whole daily process is done, before they sign off from their shift, they can close their till. So it will show me how much the collection is and all the other functions that I have performed. And if everything seems fine, I can click on close till, and it'll ask me if I want to proceed further. Yes. And I'll be signed out of the application. So basically that is it for MULA. From here, what we promote is from using the MULA application, this is made for microfinance industries, for customers living in remote areas, but also this can be altered into multiple industries as mentioned before. So for example, MULA can be taken for insurance agents, where insurance complaints can be taken, damage claims or damage claims can be recorded. The field agents can also investigate fraud if there's any. So another special scenario is that by using MULA application, the system admin will be able to record the location of the mobile field agent, and they'll be able to see what the mobile field agent is doing and how many transactions that they have performed, making sure that there's transparency between the field agent and the company. So this can even be given to healthcare companies, where they have field agents to conduct in-home assessments. So in order for them to provide in-home healthcare services or clinical services. So the basic functions or the basis of a field agent application would be that we would need to track their location. We would need to track the transactions that they would be doing, if there's any transactions related to cash or any sort of other credit transactions. And then the other features would be to make sure that they are working and that they are on shift. So with this, pretty much the foundation or the base would be covered. But then according to your alternative use case or according to your business need, MULA can be reconfigured, or MULA can be developed with new features to make sure that all your company functions are being performed with the application. So I hope that is clear to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, or you can raise your hand and I can unmute you, and then you can ask me questions. So open to questions now. Yes, Mr. Rajesh, I have unmuted you. Please ask your question.
The mobile application, how does the licensing work? Is it separate or it is part of?
Right now, we have integrated to the backend of Ekoru, which is the FINAP's core banking platform. So it goes as a function of Ekoru, but then we have open APIs where we can integrate this into any ERP or any system, where then we can integrate that into we'll be able to take the records that are captured in MULA and send it to that backend.
And in that case, when API is given by the customer and only the app, so how does the licensing work?
So the licensing will be quoting the licensing fee per user. So initially there's a deployment fee, and then there's a monthly subscription where they would be paying per user. And if yeah, and if they need a Google API, and according to the Google API functionalities, if they are going over the free usage limit, then there would be a bill that is added to that as well, which it will be billed via Google. So that is a non-negotiable bill that they would need to bear.
Got it.
So pretty
Thank you.
much MULA covers the basic functionalities of a field agent. This has a wide scope in terms of the service industry. So like there would be plumbers, or there would be services that is given for HVAC technicians. So any technical based industry where they would need to go to the client site, and that they would the field agents would need to perform an activity. Since it has the Google Maps API and basically the location tracking functionality, and to track the customers and get their payments, since pretty much all these features are there, we can reconfigure this system to match those industry needs, so that this is not only a banking field agent application, but also we can deploy this into multiple fields or services.
Great. Thanks.
Right. So if anyone else have questions, please feel free to ask. Looks like the questions have been answered. So I would like to extend my gratitude to all the everyone that attended the session today. And the next episode of this webinar series will be happening on the 4th of January 2024. In the next year, we'll be talking about Oceanus, which is FINAP's digital wallet solution for customers. And if a one-to-one conversation is what you seek, please say a word and we'll make it happen. If you have any requirements, you can reach us on LinkedIn, or you can reach us onto our email at FINAP. And as today's chapter comes to a close, we invite you for the next episode of breakthroughs and innovation. Secure a spot at the next frontier of tech exploration. The link is just a click away. We always have a post coming up on LinkedIn that will show you the link there. And also you can reach us on emails or on our social media, which we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and on WhatsApp as well. So thank you from every one of us at FINAP Worldwide, and let's continue to shape the future together. Have a good day.